Brood 10,000 by Teal Livingston.
That's interesting, she murmured, listening intently to a strange vibrating hum as Mr. Whiskers pounced outward and onto the cool concrete. She thought the sound a symptom of her air conditioner and pulled the door shut, but heard only the familiar whir of the fan. The burgeoning daylight outlined the frisky form of her tabby cat through the glass door as he bounded, this way and that, towards a large maple. Normally, her feline was known to saunter casually across the grass in search of prey, usually a bug or moth. This morning, however, his frenetic movement was cause for concern. Margaret's cat wrestled with an invisible foe, rolling back and forth, jumping and swatting, biting and hissing all at once. A heaving, screeching howl greeted Margaret as she once again opened the sliding door. The woman yelled out, "Mr. Whiskers, come kitty, kitty, kitty!" The cat turned, made a dash for the door, and leapt back inside the apartment. Clang went the slider as individual curtain panels clicked out an ominous tune upon the glass. Margaret spun around in her tattered green slippers to see Mr. Whiskers covered with bugs and bleeding profusely upon her Berber carpet. The old woman let out a scream. She rushed to her cat, now lying motionless on the floor. Large insects with razor-sharp teeth gored the neck and abdomen of the feline, slurping upon a widening pool of dripping and matting blood. Margaret slapped at the insects, tried swiping them away in a futile attempt to save her dear cat's life. Instead, bloodthirsty cicadas turned upon her with an eerie screech. Several of the nasty bugs swarmed her head and neck, opening the carotid artery and shooting blood across teal-painted walls. Margaret instinctively rushed to the front door, fumbling with the lock in one hand while compressing her open wound with the other. "Howdy, neighbor," said Caitlin from down the west wing, as Margaret burst out from her front door and slammed her back violently up against the opposite wall. "What the?" dribbles out the resident staff attendant's mouth. She stops in her tracks. The rotund woman with chubby cheeks, wearing an Ace Hardware ball cap and pink Converse sneakers, helplessly watches a blood-soaked Margaret swat, crush, and kill all of the biting insects upon her. The woman of 108 pounds crumbles to her knees and smiles triumphantly over the crushed bugs before slumping dead to the floor.